Alrighty. So Dawn shared another speech with us, which is always a treat for us as a club because Dawn is a very, very good speaker, and hopefully that came across. Quick question to you is, what was Dawn's speech about?
Easter tradition.
Excellent. Very good. Did she pack a lot of information into her speech? If it was a buffet, would you be sort of waddling around at that time? Okay. So once again, Dawn obviously did a good job. She always does a good job. So let's talk about her speech a little bit. The type of speech she was giving today was called an after-dinner speech. And the whole purpose behind an after-dinner speech is you don't want to have a heavy topic. I had stage 4 cancer, but I just, no, dear God, no, I just had a big meal. I'm sitting there. No, the whole concept was for the speech to be entertaining. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and did you laugh once or twice? Many, right? Yeah, so it was sprinkled throughout her speech, which is exactly what the purpose of this particular speech was. So I thought she did an excellent job on that one. Did she capture and hold your attention? I think she did. So let's talk about her speech. I'd like to compliment Dawn. I thought her introduction to her speech was actually pretty good because I hadn't really even realized her speech had started, right? So she started out by talking basically to Joel, right? Saying, hey, Joel, you did a great job of sending out emails, reminding us about today's meeting and about the theme of the meeting. And it turns out that worked right into her speech, but I hadn't quite realized she had started, right? But she did a very smooth job of that, so full props for that particular one. That's where things got a little bit weird, and I know exactly what she was trying to do. She talked about USF football, right? And said if you go to the football game, you dress, and she's trying to say that this is a tradition, and so you do it. No problems with that. That idea is very clear. But the problem was the rest of her speech dealt with what traditions? Easter traditions. And last time I was aware of a USF football game, very little Easter content. Okay, I'm just saying, not a lot. Okay, so I understand exactly where she was going with that. There's no problem with that whatsoever. But it was like a bump on the log in comparison to the rest of the speech. And so, whatever. Could probably done a little different there. Fantastic and wonderful as always. Hand gestures. I think my favorite one was decorate. So that was actually very, very one. We talked about eliminating. Dear God in heaven, I have no idea what that tradition that you eliminated was. I have never heard of that in my entire life. Oh, dear God. Okay, at any rate. But so what did we go over? Traditions are important. Eliminating traditions, the whole food blessing thing, lamb cake. Excellent eye contact, by the way. I was watching her carefully on this one. She did a good job on this side, and then she'd switch over here, and then she'd go back up. Excellent job. Good job on that one. Mr. Lammy. Coloring Easter eggs, the school project, children who are colorblind, the hard-boiled egg wars, the pharmacist's cousin, the cement egg. Oh my God! I had a big meal. Now I'm exhausted again. So here's an interesting thought. You packed a ton of information into that speech, but it was all just sort of there. You just sort of backed the truck up and went, boom, I have a collection of 10 things I'm going to tell you about, right? There wasn't necessarily a thread that ran through them. They're all Easter. They're all tradition. Okay? But there wasn't anything that really linked them to each other. Your son's colorblindness, egg wars, there's no linkage necessarily between those. I'm sure you could come up with something. On Easter, we do 5 things. Let me tell you about the 5 things that we do. We've stopped doing 2 things, but we do 5 things. So I'm not quite sure. It was so much coming at me. I was sitting there going, wow! Now, admittedly, it's entertaining and stuff like that, right? And so you achieved the fundamental goal of what was going on here. But there was just so much for me to take in. I was looking for slightly improved organization of what was. That would be the only critique that I could give you. Thank you very much, Mr.